The Eternal Fair, a journey to save the realm of forgotten dreams. In the small town of Silver Hollow, nestled among dense forests and glittering lakes, there was a legend about the Eternal Fair. It was said to appear once every 50 years, on the night of the brightest full moon, bringing with it wonders beyond imagination. Its highlight was the Stardust Carousel, a ride so magical that anyone who rode it never forgot the experience. 9-year-old Mia had heard tales of the Eternal Fair from her grandmother. Every story enchanted her, but her grandmother always warned, "The fair chooses who can visit. You cannot find it, it finds you." One summer evening, as the moon rose high, Mia was playing in her backyard. She noticed a faint glow through the trees at the edge of the forest. Her heart raced. Could it be? Following the light, she discovered a path that hadn't been there before. At the end of it, the Eternal Fair awaited, its lights twinkling like the stars. The air was filled with laughter and the scent of cotton candy. Ferris wheels spun, acrobats danced in mid-air, and strange but friendly creatures ran stalls. In the center of it all stood the Stardust Carousel, its golden poles gleaming and its fantastical creatures, phoenixes, unicorns, griffins, and even sea serpents seeming almost alive. As Mia approached, the creature's jeweled eyes seemed to follow her. She wasn't scared. Instead, she felt an irresistible pull. A man with a tall hat and a coat shimmering like the night sky stood by the carousel. "Ah, a believer," he exclaimed with a grin. "Would you like to take a ride?" Mia nodded eagerly. The man handed her a golden ticket, which seemed to hum in her palm. She climbed onto a griffin with feathers that shimmered like molten gold. "Hold tight," the man called as the carousel began to spin. It started slowly, but soon it whirled faster and faster. The fair dissolved into streaks of light, and Mia felt as though she was being lifted into the sky. When the spinning stopped, she was no longer at the fair. Mia found herself in a breathtaking realm of endless skies and floating islands. Rivers of light flowed through the air, and fields of flowers glowed softly in the dark. Before her stood the creatures from the carousel, now alive and speaking. "Welcome, Mia," said the griffin, bowing its head. "You have been chosen to help us save the realm of forgotten dreams." "The what?" Mia asked, still trying to process her surroundings. The phoenix, with feathers blazing, explained, "This is where all forgotten dreams, hopes, and wishes come to live. But something terrible is happening. A force called the Shadow of Doubt is consuming the realm, turning dreams into nightmares and erasing them forever." Mia felt a mix of fear and excitement. "Why me?" she asked. "Because you still believe," said the phoenix. "Only someone with an unshaken belief in magic can confront the shadow." Mia nodded, determined to help. The creatures guided her through this strange world. They crossed bridges made of starlight and navigated forests where the trees whispered forgotten lullabies. Along the way, Mia discovered more about herself, her bravery, her kindness, and her imagination, which seemed to grow stronger with every step. As they approached the heart of the realm, the landscape grew darker. The Shadow of Doubt loomed as a massive, swirling vortex of black mist. Trapped within it were dreams, tiny, glowing orbs being drained of their light. Mia realized the shadow fed on disbelief and fear. To defeat it, she had to reignite the power of belief. She closed her eyes and thought of all the magical things she loved. Dragons soaring through the skies, mermaids singing beneath the waves, and fairies lighting up the forest. "I believe," she whispered, then louder, "I believe." Her voice echoed through the realm, and the light within her heart began to shine. The griffin, phoenix, and unicorn joined in, their voices creating a harmony that vibrated through the air. One by one, the trapped dreams were freed, their light overwhelming the shadow until it dissolved into nothingness. The realm transformed. The skies turned bright, the rivers sparkled like diamonds, and the dreams floated freely, vibrant and alive. "You did it, Mia," the griffin said, its eyes glimmering with pride. "The realm of forgotten dreams is safe." The phoenix added, "And you've shown us that as long as there's one believer, magic will never die." As the creatures led her back to the Stardust Carousel, Mia felt a pang of sadness. "Will I ever see you again?" The unicorn nuzzled her gently. Whenever you believe in magic, we'll be with you." The carousel spun again, and when it stopped, Mia was back in her backyard. She looked around, half expecting to see the glow of the fair, but it was gone. However, in her pocket she found a tiny glowing feather from the phoenix, a reminder that her adventure had been real. From that night on, Mia never stopped believing in magic, and every time she looked at the full moon, she wondered if the eternal fair was out there, waiting for her next adventure.